Good morning, the second day of the Cerro Torre Fitzroy trek. Cerro Torre there in the background. Somehow this morning I've mislaid one of my gloves. This is the second time on this Patagonian trip that I've lost gloves, not counting 3 if you count the one missing rain mitt I'm missing. I wonder if I rolled it up in my tent. Yeah. Going to be a pretty easy day today, and really counting on the weather clearing up here a little bit. It's overcast right now, but it's supposed to be in a clearing trend, no rain forecast. Not going to be a far trek today. I don't know, 5, 6, 8 miles, something like that. One thing I would say to anyone contemplating a Patagonia trip, especially one to El Chalten, kind of the mecca of trekking here in Argentina, is include in your time budget some days just for weather flexibility. You don't need to have reservations at the places. I mean, there are plenty of places in town. You don't need reservations in the backcountry. But the difference between a stunning view that you've invested, thousands of dollars in airfare and stuff like that, and your time and effort into is well worth it. Just to have those extra days, just to sit out in case the infamous wind is blowing, or it's raining, clouded over. You don't want to come here and just see nothing. So, recommendation for anyone considering such a trek. Should be a good day. Looking forward to it. Cerro Torre in the background. I was thinking about trail legs today as I was hiking along. We tend to think of trail legs as sort of like a toggle switch on off. You either have them or you don't. Of course, it's physiology. It's not like that. It's more like a rheostat. And I always thought, starting off on a long distance trek takes, for me, 4 to 6 weeks. I think for probably most people to get trail legs. And I define that as you're able to go about 50% faster, 50% further when you have it than when you don't, when you first start out. But aside from the rheostat nature of it, and trail legs are muscles, or cardiovascular health, their toughness of the connective tissue, all sorts of things go into it. The other factor I've found is that if you stop hiking for a week or 10 days, it takes a while to get back into the groove, so to speak. But there's also a longer term effect that I've found. And so it doesn't take me 4 to 6 weeks. It may take me a week, it may take me 10 days, because there's enough sort of muscle memory or physiological memory, or I'm not exactly sure how to describe it, that I can get 80-90% trail legs after a week, maybe 4 or 5 days. And I had the O-Trek. That was pretty easy. And I had the Waymo circuit. That was a 4-day thing. And that wasn't particularly arduous either. And I can tell from the way that my legs and my lungs and all the connective tissue is going that I'm at, 80 to 90% trail legs with a very short period of time. So there's a long-term, bottom line here is that there's a long-term effect to getting in really good shape that continues not just weeks but months, maybe even years later. And it's interesting to experience that myself. Well, about the time I made a video waxing philosophic on trail legs and lost in other thoughts, I walked right by the branch to go off to Fitzroy. So a couple bonus miles today. And I think that's Fitzroy just peeking out. But let's see. Let's see. All will be made known. Yes, all has become known. That is, in fact, Fitzroy. Getting a better and better view with every minute. That's amazing. This is the way to bivouac, supposedly. Been going over these boulder fields for quite some while. Before that I had a very, very steep ascent. But, there is a small cairn right there. This is the path to somewhere. I saw some people heading the other way just a minute or two ago. So there, of course, is the payoff. And the setting sun. And just like that, the bivouac. Looks like there's a place for at least 3. Another one behind that rock. It's going to be cold tonight. Okay, let's get down to it.